God says, "Your money miracle has finally arrived." But your angel is not allowing you to skip this message at any cost. If you skip this, you will cry all your life. So listen to me now before it's too late. Don't try to skip God. There are some moments in life where heaven intervenes and stops everything around you, not to punish you, but because God is about to shift everything in your favor. Right now, you are standing at the edge of a divine turning point. The words you are hearing are not random. The timing is not by chance. The struggles, the delay, the sleepless nights, the fear of not having enough, the questions about how much longer you can survive the drought, all of it is about to be answered by a breakthrough so large, so undeniable, that you will fall to your knees and weep not in sorrow, but in awe. This is the moment where the financial chains that kept you in anxiety begin to snap one by one. This is not about greed. This is not about wealth for the sake of boasting. This is about the miracle you have cried for when no one else knew. This is about your money miracle finally arriving in the exact way your soul has been pleading for. Do not rush past this. Do not scroll away. If you do, you may spend years trying to rebuild what God is trying to give you in a single divine release. Please, if your spirit is open to what God is about to pour over your life, take a second and comment, "Amen." That simple word is not for me. It is for heaven to see that your heart is aligned and ready. You see, when heaven sends a miracle, it never comes empty-handed. There are always angels that go before it, preparing the soil, moving the obstacles, holding the enemy back. But those same angels are instructed by God to protect the moment. If you are seeing this now, your angel has stopped you here, because this moment carries weight, it carries divine importance. And if you leave it unacknowledged, the windows that were about to open could remain sealed. There are people who will hear this and feel a pull so strong they won't be able to explain it. That pull is not emotion. That is not coincidence. That is the Holy Spirit gripping your heart with urgency, saying, "This is the day it changes. This is the hour your miracle meets your faith." Your money miracle is not just a blessing, it is the beginning of a completely new season. One where you will no longer look at your bank account with fear. One where your children will no longer ask for things and hear you say no because you cannot afford them. One where your home will no longer be filled with silent panic when bills arrive. This is the divine reversal that heaven promised. The kind where God says, "I will restore what the locusts have eaten, and I will cause you to overflow, not just survive, but do not miss this." Do not close your heart. God is not asking for much, only for your attention in this sacred moment. Your miracle is here, and you need to sit with that truth long enough to feel it take root in your spirit. Because once it does, you will walk different, speak different, believe different. You are not hearing this by accident. There were forces sent to distract you today, to keep your mind wandering, your spirit dull, your heart tired. But the angel of the Lord stood in the way and said, "Not today, not now, not this one. This one will receive the blessing. This one will not miss what I have prepared. This one will not skip past the favor that has been assigned." There is a currency in heaven that is not measured in dollars or coins. It is measured in obedience, in surrender, in faith that refuses to die even in lack. And because you have kept believing, even when your pockets were empty and your prayers unanswered, heaven has written your name on a miracle. A financial release so complete, it will redeem the years you thought were wasted, the jobs you lost, the opportunities that slipped through your fingers, the help that never came. All of it is about to be turned into a testimony so loud your enemies will have to watch God bless you. This is why you cannot leave this moment. This is why skipping this would cost you more than you realize. Because the spiritual gate has opened, and your name is being called, Will you step through it? Will you receive it? Will you allow yourself to believe again, even though you've been disappointed before? This is not the same season. This is not the same pain. This is the healing rain that comes after a long, dry storm. If you believe this is for you, take a breath and like this video, not for me, but as a sign to heaven that you are ready to receive what was delayed but never denied. God has not forgotten you. God has not overlooked you. You were not ignored. You were being prepared. The money miracle is not only provision, it is protection. It is God placing a shield around your family so you never have to beg again. It is divine strategy being poured into your thoughts, ideas that will open doors you thought were closed forever. It is resources coming from places you never even expected. Favor in rooms where you were once invisible. Invitations to tables you were once denied. Comment 1111 if you believe that your financial breakthrough is not in the future, but unfolding right now as you listen. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. Let the Spirit confirm this in you. Let the warmth of His word settle your anxious thoughts. You do not need to know how it will happen. You only need to believe that God is not a man that He should lie. If He said it, He will do it. If He showed it to you in prayer, He is faithful to bring it to pass. If He stirred this word in your heart, it is because He is about to move in a way you have never seen before. Hold this moment like a treasure. Speak over it. Pray over it. Walk into this week expecting a shift, because heaven has already released it. The miracle is already in motion. Now, let your faith match the pace of God's plan. The message you received earlier was not poetic drama. It was the voice of God pressing through every distraction, every fear, every battle you've been facing, just to tell you that your money miracle has finally arrived. The angel that stands near you is not allowing you to bypass this word, because it carries the very answer to what has been tormenting your peace and exhausting your strength. God is not late, and this is not a delay. This is precision. This is heaven's perfect timing aligning with your faith and obedience. There are breakthroughs that happen because we ask. There are others that happen because we endure. And then there are breakthroughs like this unfolding because it is simply the appointed time. You have stepped into an appointed time. Your angel is standing at the gate, holding open what no man could force. He has been sent to make sure you don't move too fast and miss what you have been praying for in secret. He was told not to let you skip this, because what you are receiving now is the direct response to all the years you kept trusting God, even when your hands were empty. You need to let that truth sink deep into your heart. God saw every moment you held on when others let go. He watched you wipe tears from your face at night and still walk into the next day with hope. He heard your prayers when you whispered them under your breath, because even speaking them out loud felt too heavy. That kind of faith does not go unnoticed in heaven. That kind of perseverance does not disappear into silence. It builds a case for a miracle, and heaven has ruled in your favor. This is the wealth of heaven answering your famine. This is provision meeting patience. This is the release you forgot was even possible. Your money miracle is not just coming to cover your current need. It is being released to repair the ruins of your past. Every unpaid debt, every missed opportunity, every moment of lack, every space where shame crept in because you could not provide all of that is being overturned by the abundance of God's hand. Comment 222, to declare you trust this divine release. Let your trust speak out loud. Let heaven know your heart is ready. You are being called into overflow. This is not a random blessing. This is the fulfillment of covenant. When God says He will bless you, He does not mean only spiritually. He means fully. He means in your body, in your home, in your finances, in your family, and in every part of your life that touches others. Because God never blesses just one person. He blesses through you to impact everyone connected to you. This is why the miracle is so massive. This is why the release feels unreal. It's because God is not just restoring you. He is positioning you to be the answer to others who are crying out the way you once were. So do not resist this. Do not downplay it. You don't need to earn this. You don't need to prove anything. You simply need to receive. You need to open your spirit wide and allow yourself to believe, even if it feels dangerous to hope again. God is not here to tease your faith. He is here to reward it. Every assignment of poverty that was spoken over your life is being shattered. Every word curse, every cycle of not enough, every lie that told you you'd always struggle, that you'd never make it, that you'd always live paycheck to paycheck, those lies are being exposed and expelled. The power of God is destroying every yoke of financial bondage that held you captive. Do not look at your current situation and let it convince you that this word is not for you. God does not need visible evidence to begin working. He speaks, and then it becomes. Right now, as you receive these words, things are shifting in places you cannot see yet. Resources are being redirected. Calls are being made. People are being stirred. Doors are being unlocked. Because God has said enough is enough. Your time of struggle has expired. Your season of just getting by is over. This is the appointed moment where grace replaces grind, where favor replaces fight, where miracles replace mourning, where joy replaces scarcity. You need to understand how serious this is. Your obedience to stay and receive is unlocking something that even your loudest prayers could not. This is the kind of moment that shifts bloodlines, that ends generational lack, that rewrites financial stories, that turns renters into owners, employees into employers, borrowers into lenders. God is establishing something that will remain long after this moment passes. Let these words take root. Speak them out. Write them down. Meditate on them until they feel more real than your fear. Let this word become louder in your soul than the voice of doubt, because what God is doing for you cannot be undone. It cannot be sabotaged. It cannot be blocked. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. The angel that stands beside you now has been fighting on your behalf for longer than you know. That angel has been delaying attacks, pushing back storms, and clearing the path so that when this miracle finally arrived, nothing would be able to steal it from your hands. That is why you're being held in this moment. That is why it feels like time is slowing down. Because what is being released now will not just change your day, it will change the rest of your life. You have carried lack like a weight across your shoulders for far too long. But God is saying now, this is your season of lightness. This is your season of ease. You have sown in tears. You will reap in joy. Your money miracle is not a dream. It is real. And it is unfolding with divine speed. You are chosen. You are favored. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are seen. You are surrounded. You are shielded. And you are stepping into the fullness of what God always intended for you. There is a continued outpouring happening, and it is not slowing down. God is still speaking. The windows of heaven are still open. You are still standing in the flow of divine supply, and your money miracle is still unfolding, inch by inch, with the hands of angels carrying your blessing right into the places where you've been empty for so long. Your situation may look the same on the outside right now, but something has already shifted in the spirit. There is a reason why you feel peace trying to break through the anxiety. There is a reason why you feel a stirring in your chest, like something heavy is lifting. That is not your imagination. That is the Holy Spirit confirming to you that this miracle is not delayed. It is not postponed. It is happening in real time, even while you read this, even while your emotions are trying to catch up. The weight of financial worry that you carried for years is being exchanged for the peace of provision that only heaven can bring. There were times when you thought that maybe God didn't see you. You wondered if he was busy helping everyone else. You questioned why you always had to wait longer, stretch farther, believe harder than others around you. But now you are starting to understand why the wait had to be this long. Because what God is giving you now is not something small. This is not just relief from a single bill or a short season of peace. This is a divine shift that repositions your life permanently. You are not going back to the old version of survival. You are stepping into abundance that multiplies. Comment 333 if you're declaring your faith that God is turning your finances around right now. There is nothing small about what God is doing for you. This is not a partial miracle. This is not a temporary fix. You are not here to receive crumbs from heaven. You are a child of the Most High God, and He prepares a table in the presence of your enemies, not a plate, not a corner, but a full table overflowing with what you need and more than you expected. And right now, the angels of provision are placing everything in order. The money miracle that has arrived is not just a dollar amount. It is direction. It is favor. It is divine instruction. God is not just putting money in your hands. He is giving you wisdom so that the blessing will not slip away. He is teaching you how to build, how to manage, how to protect what is yours. Because this time, the miracle is meant to last. You are not going to lose it. You are not going to mismanage it. You are not going to sabotage it. God is delivering it with a strategy, and you will walk in supernatural wisdom from this moment forward. Heaven is releasing not only what you need, but what your family needs. Generations ahead of you will be covered because of what is being broken and rebuilt in your life right now. The generational curses of poverty, lack, begging, and not enough, they are being cut off at the root. They end with you. You will not pass down the trauma of not knowing where the next meal will come from. You will not pass down the fear of checking a bank balance. You will not pass down the heaviness of financial shame. Instead, you will leave a legacy of trust, of favor, of stewardship, of glory. Your children will grow up in a home where the presence of God is not just felt in prayers but seen in provision. They will witness what it looks like to depend on God and receive in full. They will know the God of miracles because they saw Him move in your life. There is a reason the enemy tried so hard to break your belief. He knew this moment was coming. He knew there would be a day when you would be standing at the edge of breakthrough, and if he could make you give up right before it arrived, you would miss everything. But you didn't give up. You didn't let go. And because of that, you are stepping into the miracle zone where the supernatural becomes normal. This is not something you will have to force or fake. You don't need to chase anyone down. The right people, the right opportunities, the right contracts, the right hands to bless you, God is sending all of it to you without you having to beg for it. You will no longer live in a state of emotional exhaustion trying to figure it all out. God is becoming your provider in ways that human help never could be. He is removing the ceiling. You've been capped for too long, boxed in by limits that others set on you or that you believed about yourself. But God is breaking the ceiling wide open. Your income will no longer be defined by hourly wages or fixed salaries. Ideas are coming. Opportunities are being unlocked. Streams are being created. This is divine expansion, and it will stretch into every area of your life. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. And with all of it, God is protecting your heart, because abundance without peace is still a prison. But God is giving you both. You will not only have more than enough, you will rest in it. You will not fear losing it. You will not become controlled by it. Your spirit will remain anchored because you will know who gave it to you, and you will remember that He is the same God who never changes. You are safe in this miracle. You are secure in this blessing. You are not being set up for disappointment. You are being positioned for overflow that continues. Blessing after blessing, wave after wave, favor that chases you down. Let this sink deep into your soul. The God who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills has remembered you. The God who split seas, who fed thousands, who turned water into wine. He is moving in your life today. He is showing you His kindness, His generosity, His power. You will not be mocked anymore. Those who questioned your faith will see why you never gave up. Those who doubted your vision will witness it come to life. Those who walked away during your season of lack will have to watch God honor you in public. It is a divine process, unfolding in waves of provision, favor, and peace. Right now, you are in the middle of something sacred, something powerful, something the enemy hoped you would never stay long enough to receive. But you stayed, you listened, you opened your heart. And now the blessing is deepening, reaching parts of your life you didn't even know were dry. This is not the time to lose focus or turn your heart away. Your angel has remained near, because the blessing still has more to deliver. It is not finished. The miracle continues. The abundance continues. The shift in your finances is not only in your hands, it is in your mindset, in your spirit, in your expectation. You are learning to walk differently, to think differently, to believe differently, because what is happening to you now is transforming every area of your being. There was a time you prayed, and it felt like the heavens were silent. You gave and you served and you fasted, and still it felt like the breakthrough was always just one step out of reach. You watched others receive what you were still begging for. You sat in rooms where people talked about blessings while your heart quietly wondered when your turn would come. And yet, through all of that, you never cursed God. You never turned away. You never let your faith die. That is what positioned you for this moment. Comment 555 to declare that grace is now filling the places where you once felt forgotten. The pain of waiting has not been wasted. Every delay, every disappointment, every detour you walked through is now being used to carry the weight of this miracle. You needed to be strong enough to handle what God is releasing. You needed to be rooted enough to not lose your identity once the overflow arrived. God trusted you with the weight so He could trust you with the wealth. And now, the weight has turned into release. This money miracle is not just divine timing, it is divine evidence. Evidence that God does not break His promises. Evidence that obedience always produces fruit. evidence that sowing in faith always brings a harvest, even when it takes longer than you expected. You are now living in that evidence, and it is multiplying even as you read this. You are stepping into rooms that were closed to you for years. You are receiving calls, emails, opportunities that were held back until now. There are people being stirred on your behalf right now. Some of them have never met you. Some of them have resources, access, and influence that God is now using to answer your prayers. You will not have to beg. You will not have to plead. You will not have to explain yourself. God is going ahead of you and making the way smooth. What felt impossible yesterday is becoming normal today. And not because you forced it, but because God said it was time. This is a different season. This is not a repeat of your past. You are not going backward. You are not reliving the same cycles. The chains that held your finances in bondage have broken. The spiritual resistance that kept blocking your provision has been removed. The gate has been opened and the flood has begun. You are walking in divine access now. The things that used to take months or years are now going to happen quickly, easily, and with peace. You must understand how important this is. God is not just blessing you with money, He is blessing you with stability, with options, with restoration. He is giving you the freedom to rest, to plan, to dream again. He is returning what was stolen, returning what was delayed, returning what was overlooked. This is divine repayment, and heaven is paying with interest. This blessing comes with protection. The money you are receiving will not bring anxiety. It will not draw harm. It will not cause division. God is placing His hand over it. He is sealing it with peace. No enemy will be able to touch what God has now placed under your name. The favor will not wear off. The door will not be closed. The stream will not dry up. What God is doing is permanent, because it is not built on people or circumstances. It is built on His word. This is a holy turning point, the moment your story changes forever. The moment you no longer feel ashamed when money is brought up. The moment you no longer hesitate when someone in need asks for help. The moment your yes is not blocked by your finances. You are becoming a vessel of generosity, not out of pressure, but out of overflow. You will give because you have more than enough. You will bless because you are blessed. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. There is still more coming. This is not all. There is still provision being loaded into your life. God is still revealing ideas, plans, and divine instructions that will multiply the blessing. He is still connecting you to people who will help you grow, learn, and build. He is still clearing out the noise so you can hear His voice clearly. Your angel is still with you, holding back distractions, keeping your heart soft, keeping your faith awake, because God is still speaking. The miracle is still moving. And your next step is still unfolding. Let your heart rest in this. Let your mind stop fighting. Let your spirit take hold of it. You do not need to figure it all out right now. You only need to receive. You only need to stay present. You only need to keep walking forward, because everything you need is already being provided. The money is coming, the favor is flowing, the increase is real. You are not imagining this weight lifting from your chest, this sudden peace resting on your shoulders, this quiet knowing that something is changing. You are witnessing the presence of God tangibly moving through your atmosphere, delivering the money miracle He promised. The same miracle that your angel has been guarding, preparing, and protecting until you were ready to receive it in full. There have been many times in your life when you felt like your breakthrough was coming close, only to watch it slip away again. You started to believe that every good thing would come with a catch, that every moment of blessing would somehow be followed by more struggle. But today, God is breaking that pattern. He is rewiring your expectations, because this time, the miracle is not temporary. This time, the blessing is not borrowed. This time, the increase will not disappear. The money miracle that has arrived in your life now is not just a response to your prayers. It is the fulfillment of a promise that God wrote over your life before you even knew how to ask. This was written into your story when you were still walking through your darkest nights. It was marked for you when you were enduring seasons that crushed your strength. This blessing did not come because of perfect choices. It came because of perfect grace. Comment 1212 if you believe that this is your appointed time and nothing will stop your blessing. You have been through much. You have survived more than anyone knows. And in those silent battles, when your voice trembled with doubt and your heart whispered prayers too broken to repeat, God was still planning this day. He was still orchestrating this release. He never forgot you. Not once. He never turned away from your cries, even when the answer felt far away. There is a divine justice being released over your life. God is repaying you not just for what was lost, but for how long you endured without turning bitter. You held on to your integrity when no one noticed. You kept giving when you had nothing left to offer. You spoke life, even while feeling empty. These are the things heaven rewards. These are the seeds that turn into harvests only God can measure. The angel beside you has watched you in silence. He has walked with you in the valley, stood with you in the waiting, and now he is standing still so you don't move too quickly past this moment. He is holding you in place because your steps are about to walk into spaces prepared long ago. The miracle was already in motion before you even realized it, and now it is overtaking you. The money miracle is going to show up in ways you do not expect. It may not come the way you imagined, but it will come better than you hoped. There are surprises ahead, unexpected provision, unexplainable favor. People who will bless you without knowing why. Opportunities that find you. Invitations that open doors you could never have entered on your own. This is the overflow of God's kindness, and it will not stop with one moment. You will begin to notice a divine rhythm entering your life. No longer surviving crisis after crisis. No longer scrambling. No longer just barely making it. The rhythm will be peace. It will be enough. It will be clarity. God is not only providing money, He is restoring order. You will feel balanced again. You will sleep deeply. You will plan with confidence. You will stop being afraid of the future. There is no shame in how long it took. There is no guilt in the struggle. You were never meant to carry that weight. God is not blessing you because you proved yourself. He is blessing you because He loves you, because you are His, and because His timing is perfect. This is not a reward. It is a restoration. You will notice that things begin to come together with less effort. Conversations will lead to solutions. Delays will turn into divine redirection. Every no you cried about will begin to make sense. Every door that stayed closed was protecting you from settling for something smaller than what God had prepared. This miracle had to be protected until your heart was healed enough to hold it. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right on time with the plan of heaven. What is coming will not require you to beg, to plead, or to perform. It will require only that you stay in position, stay in peace, and keep your spirit open to receive. There are some things that will begin to leave your life in this season. People, places, even ideas that no longer fit the blessing you are carrying, don't resist it. God is making space. He is clearing room. He is stripping away what cannot go with you. The weight of what's leaving may sting for a moment, but the lightness that follows will bring freedom you forgot was possible. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. You are not just receiving a miracle, you are becoming a testimony. You are becoming evidence that God is still good, that He still hears, that He still moves. Others will look at you and be reminded that God is not finished with them either. They will watch your life and begin to believe again. The blessing is not just for you, it is moving through you. It will ripple through your family. It will shift the lives of those connected to you. It will open the hearts of those who had given up. And it starts right here, right now. There is no force that can stop it. Not fear, not failure, not your past, not your pain. The blood of Jesus has covered all of it. And now, grace is writing the next chapter. Let your heart rest in this truth. Let your soul breathe. You are not walking alone. You are not carrying this on your own strength. The Lord is lifting you, holding you, providing for you. His arms are around your future. His hands are on your finances, and His Spirit is dwelling in every step you take. This is still your moment. The miracle is still moving. The angel is still present. And the story is still unfolding. It is purely divine, purely supernatural, and purely from the hand of God. This financial breakthrough is not just an answer to your past struggles, it is a declaration of your new beginning. God is releasing the kind of money miracle that not only changes your current situation, but also rewrites your future. There is a reason the enemy tried to wear you down before this moment arrived. There is a reason everything felt heavy and endless and cruel. It was not because you were forsaken, it was because you were chosen. The enemy does not fight those who are empty. He fights those who are carrying the promises of God. He fights those who are anointed to change the atmosphere, not only for themselves, but for their families, their children, and generations to come. You were fought hard because you were holding a breakthrough so deep, so wide, so powerful that hell trembled at the thought of you receiving it. But you made it. You stayed. You endured. And now God is honoring every hidden sacrifice, every unseen act of obedience, every silent moment when you chose to trust instead of panic. This miracle has your name on it because heaven never forgets faithfulness. When the world overlooked you, when systems rejected you, when even friends failed to support you, God remembered you, and now He is delivering what only He can give. Comment 777 if you believe that this is your divine completion and that lack is finished in your life. Your angel is not moving away because there is still oil flowing. The anointing over your finances is increasing, not just for today, not just for one miracle, but for a lifetime of open heaven. This is not the kind of blessing that fades away after a moment of inspiration. This is the kind that grows roots and bears fruit for decades. You are being planted in provision, not placed in a moment of it. You are stepping into the land that was promised to you, the land of more than enough. You will begin to notice how burdens begin to fall away. Bills that once haunted you will be cleared. Debt that once seemed impossible to escape will suddenly be resolved in ways that don't even make natural sense. Doors that were once closed due to lack of money will now swing wide open because divine provision is backing you. Your name is being written into the solutions. Your face is being remembered in rooms you haven't even entered yet. And none of this is by chance. This is the design of a faithful God. You will no longer cry over financial instability. Those nights where your mind raced in circles, trying to figure out how to make it through, are over. God has declared peace over your finances, and His word never returns void. You will start to see how things align without stress. What used to cost you peace will now be handled with grace. What used to drain your energy will now be handled by favor. God is not just giving you money, He is teaching you to live in rest. The wisdom coming with this blessing is just as important as the money itself. God is opening your eyes to strategy, to ideas, to insight that will help you multiply what He's placing in your hands. This isn't just about rescue, it's about resurrection. The resurrection of dreams you put away because of financial fear. The resurrection of plans you abandoned because you felt disqualified by your lack. God is breathing on it again, and this time, there will be no delay. This time, you will finish what you started. There is honor coming to your name, not from pride, not from showing off, but from the glory of God shining through you. Those who once looked down on you will have to look again. Those who dismissed you will begin to seek you. And it won't be because of you, it will be because of the evidence of God's presence in your life. You won't have to prove yourself. You won't have to explain the change. The fruit will speak for itself. And even as the money flows, your heart will remain steady, because God is guarding it. He is protecting your spirit from arrogance, from distraction, from anything that would try to corrupt the blessing. He is surrounding you with His peace and His voice, and you will move forward in boldness, in humility, and in unshakable confidence. You will know that everything you have came from Him, and you will never take it for granted. Why was this 7-second brain ritual hidden for so long? A leaked CIA document exposed a technique so powerful people are canceling debt and calling in wealth within days. Validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it helps attract money like never before. But this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it disappears forever. This blessing is not meant to stay hidden. It will shine, not to boast, but to testify. Your life will become a living example of what God can do when someone believes against all odds, when someone stays in faith through the storm, when someone keeps praying, even when everything says give up. You are that person. And now, the harvest is being poured into your lap. This is a season where your faith will be rewarded openly. What you built in the quiet will now be celebrated in the light. You will no longer have to explain the weight. The glory will speak for itself, and it will not be short-lived. God is establishing you, not for a moment but for a movement. You are becoming a source of blessing, and the streams God is opening for you will refresh others as well. Every single place in your life that once felt cursed with financial pain is being rewritten right now. Every area where you whispered prayers and received no answer before is now receiving a divine yes. The heavens are open over your home. The angels are delivering your inheritance. And you will walk into this month, this year, this life with a new identity, one marked by favor, by provision, by God's undeniable hand. Let your heart believe again. Let your spirit breathe again. You are not under the curse of lack anymore. You are walking under the favor of overflow. You are clothed in divine abundance. You are covered in supernatural peace. And you are stepping into the best days of your life. You are still in the center of divine movement, and what God is doing for you is far from over. Your money miracle was not meant to come and go like a fleeting blessing. It was meant to remain, to grow, to anchor a new foundation beneath your feet. This is why the weight on your heart has felt lighter lately, even if your surroundings haven't fully changed. That's not a coincidence. That's the breath of God blowing through your situation, beginning to lift burdens before the physical shift arrives. He is preparing your inner life for the outer transformation. The peace you feel is not a trick of emotion, it's a signal. It's heaven telling you that the battle over your finances is being won in the unseen, and soon the results will break through into the visible. God is establishing something in you that cannot be undone by what tried to destroy you. This is why you were pressed on every side, yet not crushed. This is why you were pushed to your breaking point, yet never abandoned, because the word spoken over your life had to be fulfilled, and no amount of lack or fear could cancel it. What was written in heaven had to reach your hands, and now it is doing just that. Comment 999 if you feel the atmosphere around you shifting with God's power and breakthrough. There are still more layers to this miracle. It is not finished, and you must remain present to receive the full inheritance. The money miracle arriving in your life is not just currency, it is clarity. It is God removing confusion. It is Him restoring what fear tried to fracture. It is Him replacing the voice of panic with the sound of His promise. Many times, you've stood at the edge of opportunity and felt disqualified. You talked yourself out of chances because of what your finances said about you. But God is silencing that voice now. He is removing every trace of shame. He is healing the memory of past failures, past attempts that didn't work, past risks that left you empty. Those experiences no longer define you. They were not your end. They were your preparation. This is the kind of blessing that will undo years of damage in a moment. One act of favor from God can pay back what felt like lost time. One divine connection can recover everything that was missing. One open door from heaven can reroute your entire life and place you in rooms you never thought you'd belong in. And it's not because of anything you had to prove, it's because God already knew what you carried inside of you. He saw the vision He placed in your spirit. He saw the potential that others overlooked. And He protected it, even from yourself, until it was time. This is the time. Now, the same you who was once overlooked will be honored. The same you who was doubted will be trusted. The same you who felt like you were always behind is being moved to the front. And this movement is not based on man's opinion. It's based on God's assignment. You are being elevated because heaven has declared it. Do not fear this increase. Do not shrink back now. Do not let the lies of your past convince you that you're not worthy of what God is handing you. You are not receiving this money miracle because of perfection. You are receiving it because of alignment. Your heart said yes to God. Your soul remained submitted, even in the pressure, and heaven is honoring that. This financial breakthrough is not just restoring what was taken. It is multiplying what remains. It is expanding your capacity. It is enlarging your territory. It is making room for the kind of life you used to think was too far away to imagine. You are not walking into fantasy, you are walking into fulfillment. And you will not walk alone. God is bringing people into your life who will speak life, not limitation. He is surrounding you with community that doesn't compete with your growth, but celebrates it. He is removing every jealous heart, every hidden enemy, every disguised distraction. The company you keep in this next season will look different because your calling demands it. The money miracle isn't just for comfort, it's for purpose. It's meant to fuel your mission, to support your assignment, to lift others through you. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that flips lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth brainwaves. People are stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for very long. Click the link in the comments before it's deleted. Your hands will be blessed, not just for your household, but for others. You will fund things you once could only pray for. You will support others in ways you never imagined. You will write checks instead of requests. And it will never be about pride, it will be about obedience. God will use you as a vessel to show others that miracles still happen, that provision still flows, that the heavens are still open. Your financial story is being rewritten right now. It no longer begins with struggle. It begins with surrender. And the ending has already been decided. It ends in favor. It ends in fullness. It ends in glory. Everything is changing. Your mindset is shifting from scarcity to stewardship. Your decisions are being led by peace, not panic. Your words are shaping your future instead of repeating your past. You are not who you used to be, and you never will be again. This blessing will not leave you. It will remain. Because it was never about a number in an account, it was about a covenant. A promise that God made to be your provider, your sustainer, your shepherd. And He has never broken a promise. But what's unfolding is something deeper, something more permanent than just numbers in a bank account or unexpected income flowing into your hands. This is about restoration. This is about redemption. This is about healing every place where lack tried to convince you that God had forgotten you. In this very moment, the heavens are still open, and the light of God is still shining over your life, revealing hidden blessings, uncovering buried treasures, and unlocking doors you thought were sealed forever. The miracle is not slowing down. It's only gaining momentum. The more your heart leans in, the more your spirit opens up, the more the blessings increase in size and reach. You're not just receiving what you need, you're receiving more than enough. Comment 1010 if you feel this is confirming what your spirit already knows. There have been moments when you wondered how long you could keep going. Moments when your soul was tired of trying, tired of hoping, tired of waiting. But God was never far. He was near in every tear, in every silent prayer, in every whisper of, "God, please help." And now, the answer is here. Not a temporary fix, not a distraction from the pain, but a permanent shift in your entire life's direction. You are not just being provided for, you are being rebuilt. The very foundation of your life is being re-established, not on fear, not on struggle, not on scarcity, but on faith, on provision, and on the never-failing presence of God. Where there was once instability, God is placing structure. Where there was once brokenness, God is laying down beauty. Where there was once emptiness, God is now pouring fullness. The money miracle is a sign, but it's not the end goal. It's a signal. It's a declaration that the time of drought is over. It's confirmation that the heavens have heard your cry. It's evidence that God is doing exactly what He said He would do, taking care of His own, lifting up the weary, turning the tide for the ones who stayed faithful even when they didn't feel strong. This blessing is not meant to be explained. It's meant to be received. It's not something you'll be able to trace with logic. It's something you will only be able to testify about. Because the way it will come together will not make sense. It will be too perfect, too timely, too complete. You'll know it was God. Others will see it and know it was God. And in that moment, you will realize He was writing this all along. The miracles ahead are not being delayed. They are being revealed, step by step, piece by piece, because God is careful with what is precious, and what He is giving you is holy. That is why He has assigned angels to protect your process, to guard your path, to keep your eyes focused, even when everything around you was screaming for your attention. The distractions were loud, but God was louder. His hand was always guiding you, even when you could not see it. Now, the fog is lifting. The confusion is breaking. The lies of the enemy are losing power, and your spirit is beginning to rise with the realization that you are deeply loved, fully seen, and divinely chosen. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not left out. You are right where God wants you to be. You have walked through seasons where you gave and watched others receive. You celebrated their blessings while wondering if yours was on the way. You watched them smile while you cried in private. But you never gave up. You never let bitterness take root. And because of that, God is honoring you openly. The blessing that's coming next will not be quiet. It will not be hidden. It will not be small. It will come in such a way that others who doubted you, misunderstood you, or dismissed you will be witnesses to what favor looks like. But this won't stir arrogance in you, it will stir worship. Because you will remember every sleepless night, every desperate prayer, every broken moment, and you will fall to your knees in gratitude. You'll no longer carry the identity of someone who struggles to survive. God is shifting your posture. You are walking in the authority of someone who thrives, someone who builds, someone who multiplies, someone who gives and never fears running out. And what God is starting with your finances is just the beginning. This miracle will ripple into your health, your relationships, your purpose. One act of obedience is unlocking blessing in every direction. Your life will feel lighter, not because problems disappear overnight, but because the weight is no longer yours to carry. You've placed it in God's hands, and He never fails. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual, helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. There are still more miracles to unfold. Your hands will touch things you once only dreamed about. Your feet will walk into places that were once closed off. Your name will be mentioned in rooms you never entered. And when those moments come, you will not be surprised. Because deep down, your spirit has always known that God would do exactly what He said. The angel standing beside you now is not leaving, not yet. Because the oil is still pouring. The provision is still flowing. The presence of God is still hovering over you, speaking life into every place that once felt lifeless. Stay soft. Stay open. Stay expectant. Because what's coming next will leave no room for doubt. It will silence every fear. It will confirm every promise. And it will lift your head in the presence of every storm. Your obedience to stay, your willingness to receive, your endurance to believe, even when everything around you looked like lack, that is what has kept the gates of favor open. And those gates are not closing. Not now. Not ever. This money miracle is not just about provision. It is about a full release into the destiny God has written for you. The enemy tried to lock you out of your own story, tried to convince you that you were always going to live beneath, always going to be the one trying, hoping, surviving, but never arriving. That was a lie. And right now, that lie is being silenced by the truth of what God is doing in your life. You are not beneath. You are not forgotten. You are not outside of God's plan. You are at the center of it. Comment 1515 if you are claiming your place in the center of God's divine purpose. You are not stepping into wealth for the sake of comfort. You are stepping into overflow because God can trust you with it. You have proven that your heart is not controlled by greed. You have shown Him that if He gives it to you, it will not be wasted. You will steward it. You will honor it. You will use it to build, to bless, to serve, to carry out the assignments heaven has placed on your life. This is why the angel stood in the way. This is why he would not allow you to scroll past, to ignore, to minimize what you were being told. Because this miracle is attached to your calling. This money is not just for the bills, it's for the vision. It's for the ministry. It's for the healing of your family. It's for the building of things that will outlive you. It's for those God has called you to reach, and until now, you didn't have the means to reach them the way you wanted to. But that's changing, because when God releases, He doesn't do it halfway. When He sends overflow, He makes sure every area of your life receives its touch. What used to take all your strength to hold together will now be carried by grace. The weight of survival is being lifted. The heaviness of wondering how you'll make it is breaking. The emotional fatigue that came from never having enough is being healed. Your nervous system will rest. Your mind will quiet. Your spirit will feel free again. You are being reminded of who you really are. You are not what you've lacked. You are not the sum of your debt or your past mistakes. You are a child of the living God, and He owns everything. The earth is His. The silver and gold belong to Him. And He is choosing right now to bless you, not because you're perfect, but because you're positioned. You've aligned your heart. You've kept your faith. You've said yes to God even when the cost was great. And now He is saying yes to you in ways that will echo through generations. This next wave of blessing is going to settle things. It's going to finish what felt incomplete. It's going to close the chapter on lack. There are things in your life that have been open-ended, unresolved, financially messy, and the Spirit of God is about to bring divine closure. Not painful endings, but peaceful ones. The kind that come when something greater begins. This miracle will teach you the rhythm of rest. You won't have to strive for it. You won't have to chase it. You'll begin to walk into rooms with peace. You'll face decisions without fear. You'll respond to needs with confidence. Your days of panic are behind you. God is also bringing restoration to your name. There have been times you felt misunderstood, misjudged, or left out. But what's coming now is not just a return of provision, it's a return of honor. He is restoring your reputation. He is redeeming your story. And He is using this miracle as a sign that His favor is not based on man's opinion. There are people you love who will benefit from what God is doing in your life. You will become the one who breaks the cycle. You will become the one who shifts the atmosphere of your bloodline. Where there was generational fear, you will plant faith. Where there was always not enough, you will bring more than enough. And they will ask you how it changed. And you will not point to yourself, you will point to God. This is only possible because you chose not to give up. And that choice matters. It matters in heaven, it matters in your future, and it matters right now. So don't let fear creep back in. Don't start questioning whether this is really for you. The voice that says this sounds too good to be true is not the voice of God. His voice is the one that says, I am the Lord who provides. I am the shepherd who leads. I am the Father who gives freely to His children. That voice is the one to believe. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish anytime. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. The enemy has been silenced. The accuser has been shut down. The accusations against your worthiness have been dismissed. You are approved. You are chosen. You are standing under an open heaven. And what's falling into your life now will leave you in tears, not of pain, but of awe. The money miracle you've been receiving isn't a moment, it's a movement. A movement in your spirit, in your mind, in your finances, in your purpose. God is moving everything forward. You might not see the full picture yet, but every single detail is being set in place. The blessing that started as a whisper of hope has grown into a flood of divine provision, And what God has started, no power in hell can stop. Comment 1717 if you know in your spirit that God's hand is still on you, guiding every step. You've been tested, tried, and stretched in ways most people never knew. There were seasons when it felt like everything was being stripped away, not just resources, but strength, peace, stability, even your sense of identity. The pressure was more than financial. It was spiritual. It was emotional. It was a fight for your belief in a good God during bad circumstances. But somehow, through all of it, you did not let go. You didn't lose your grip on faith. Even when your hands were trembling, even when your heart was tired, you kept holding on. And because of that, this miracle has arrived. Not late, not random, but right on time. God is not just restoring money. He is restoring momentum. He is restoring the rhythm that your life lost when crisis after crisis pulled you off course. There is a divine reset taking place in your timeline. What was delayed is being delivered. What was stuck is being released. What was buried is being resurrected. And in this miracle, God is not leaving you to figure it out alone. He is not giving you a blessing without the wisdom to steward it. The same Spirit that is pouring the provision is also pouring direction. You'll begin to make decisions differently. You'll notice that confusion is replaced with clarity, that what once felt complicated suddenly feels simple, not because the path changed, but because now you're walking with peace, and peace is proof of God's presence.